I
See?
fight it tooth and tail to hold on to that passport.
You see? So that's a living proof already that you are holding to your Indonesian passport for that long while you live in this country, teaching, lecturing so many students, American students and others. And then when I ask you, you would say yes if you were asked. But, you see, I meant to say this is very good, very good. So maybe other things we need to ask you, because for our viewer is
Sure.
about you, about yourself a little bit.
Sure.
A bit yourself, a bit about yourself a little bit, so our viewer would know your background and so on.
Sure. Like.
Yeah, like maybe when or where did you go to school, or whatever you like to mention about yourself.
I know, I was like any other kids. I came to the States when I was 10, right? So pretty much I grew up here. So I went to elementary school here, high school here, and then I did my undergraduate at Berkeley, did my graduate school at Berkeley, and then I started my consulting business in Berkeley, and then now I'm back in Berkeley teaching. I mean, what else? What is it that you do want to know specifically? I mean, it's sort of hard. It's a lot.
Yeah, I meant to say, because just whatever you feel
I think
comfortable
it's
to
okay.
tell us.
I mean, the one thing is, there's a combination of things. You know, the driving force, and I'm still sort of driven. You know, the one thing growing up here is you sort of have to prove yourself. There's a big thing about you can really easily get lost, you know, into just sort of the norm. Okay, and I noticed that you know, everywhere it's a little bit different now. There's about 40 Indonesian students here at at Berkeley. But when I was going through this, believe me, I was clearly the only Indonesian student, you know, pretty much in my junior high school. I think in my high school I overlapped with one, but then he graduated. And then even in college, I was pretty much the only one that's in the science side for the longest time. So it was always something that, you know, well, I don't know. It was always just in me to have succeed. I don't like to fail.
Oh, very good point.
There's a characteristics that's there. Man, it's a whole combination of things. I mean, I don't think. I mean, any one little thing can definitely have not brought me here. But I think how do you put it? Definitely parental pressure was there. I think the desire to even thinking about it gets a little emotional, but I mean, I think I'm definitely where I'm at today due to my parents.
Yeah.
That's good. I think that's for sure.
So
I think if they weren't there, or if they were there in a different form, yeah, that's a tough one. I definitely would not. It's weird. Growing up, I thought it was tough. The pressure that my dad had put on in terms of almost near perfection. But I am what I am today because he was there with that pressure.
I share.
So I think I was fortunate in that fashion. I think clearly today I know that if he didn't put about that pressure, I wouldn't be here.
So it's a kind of appreciation at
Well,
a later
yes.
age, because
I guess so.
yeah, because when we were young, we thought
Yeah. It's always
we don't like this pressure, right? We rebel
Needless to say.
a little bit, sometimes a little bit more.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, after my parents died, and then the appreciations come back. It's if it's not because of them, we were
Yeah,
not
so
be here today.
I think like you say, you know, I mean, I don't know if I can. So the big thing is, like you said, you know, a lot of it is the pressure on the government and stuff like that. That's not the only thing.
I see.
So even if the government provides the infrastructure, yeah, I think if the kids didn't have parents like my dad, it doesn't matter either. I think it's a big combination of things. But that was definitely there. Yeah, and so
The function and understanding of parents also play an important role.
it's a
here.
huge role, and that's one of the things that I said culturally. You have to be careful. I think you know, my parents always drove. You know, for me to push. I mean, definitely for me to be better than anyone else. And I know that there are other parents that will sit there and say, you know, well, why do that? Okay, if they're a farmer, they'll sit there and go, well, you should be a farmer. And you can't. Parents has to always hope that their kids are way better than they are.
That's right.
And I think our jobs here is to provide them with that opportunity. So I think in that sense, yeah, I was definitely lucky. I mean, things have to fall in place, but of course, there's also a responsibility as you too, as an individual, that you sort of have that drive. So there's sort of the fine line. I mean, you can also push your kids too hard, and then they snap, right? And,
That's
and I
right.
think,
That's right.
yeah, so that's the one thing that I never knew how. You know, I still try to guess now. Sort of weird with him sort of standing there, but it's you know, I always worry. You know, will I push my son too far to the point that he snaps?
As a parent now.
Well, as a parent now,
Yeah.
of course, right? So as a parent, I sit there and I go, well, can I do as good a job as my dad did? Believe me, my dad puts me just right on the edge. I mean, it was literally on the edge. And to be honest, if he relaxed any little bit, yeah, I would have been troubles on the street. But yet he was there to, you know, push me enough
Push
to
and
keep
support.
forward. So in that, yeah, so there's a big combination of things. I think just because the government provides the infrastructure, it doesn't mean everybody has. But I mean, like I said, you know, I'm definitely not an exception to it. But the opportunities are all there. But that, I think, is the role of the government. The role of the government has to provide that infrastructure, that foundation, that opportunity, and I think the people will take it. I mean, like I said, I'm not an exception. Right, I was actually exposed to all of this stuff, so that yeah, it's something that sparked.
Yeah, you are
passion,
talking from
excitement,
experience
so-
from your students.
Yeah.
So you have tell us a lot about, I think, giving advice to the Indonesian students who would like to go to this country or wherever.
I mean,
probably in the near
the
future.
yeah.